everyone, this is Lexie with SYS Education, and I'm here with another Tech Tip Tuesday. Today we're talking about how to use Google Keep. Check it out. Google Keep is a note-taking service you can use for free with your Google account. You can use it to make lists, write down notes, and keep track of your day-to-day thoughts and activities. To get started, let's go to keep.google.com. This is the main area of Google Keep, your virtual bulletin board, if you will. Any notes that you take will appear on this section. To take a note, just click in this text box and you can type a title of your note or a body. Or if you don't have a title, you can just leave that blank. So this is my note. To finish a note, you can just click anywhere outside of your text box and it will appear like a little virtual sticky note on your bulletin board. There are lots of things you can do with notes. You can click on it to edit it if you need to, and you can also apply several styles. You can change the background to a color or to a pattern. You can also go ahead and add a collaborator if you want to share your note with someone. You can add a reminder for a time or a date, and you can even pick a place if you're using a mobile device. That won't work very well on a desktop though, just as a warning. You can add an image to your note and just append a file to the top of it. I'm not going to do that right now. And if you finish your use of your note, you can just go ahead and archive it and it will send it to your little archive section down here. There are also a few other things you can do with notes. You can add drawings if you want, and that opens up this cool whiteboard situation. And to save that, you can just go ahead and click this arrow up here and it'll append it just like an image at the top of your note. And if your drawing is not a masterpiece like mine, then you can either click on it to edit it, or you can just go ahead and hit this trash can to remove it. You can also make a copy of your list if you use that format a lot and you just want a copy without setting up a new note. And you can add checkboxes to your note. So you can use this really easily for lists, or like I use mine for my grocery list. So that's a really handy thing. And the nice thing about this is that you can just go ahead and check these off like a literal checklist, and it shows your completed items in strike through at the bottom. You can also hide that if you want, if you find that more convenient. So those are some of the things that you can do to style your notes. Let's take a look at how to organize them. There's a few things you can do with that. One of the things is to add a pin at the top of your note, and this aptly named pins your note to the top of your little virtual bulletin board. And you can remove and add those as often as you want. You can pin as many notes as you want. They'll all just show up in this top pinned section. Our only note on that is just to maybe not pin all of your notes, because then that section will be a lot less useful. If you don't pin your notes, then they'll just show up chronologically on your bulletin board. So that's one of the things you can do. You can also add labels, and you can do that by going in here and clicking add label. You have to pick a label name, so I'm going to say important things here. And that creates that label and applies it to my note. If I want to manage my labels, I can go over to the left of the screen here and click edit labels, and then I can create any new labels and edit any existing ones. This is also really handy because you'll notice that a little important things tab has shown up on the left hand side of my screen. So I can click that, and then under that section, all of my notes that are labeled important things will show up there. So that can be really handy for organization. You can obviously also apply colors and things like that to your notes, but the label is especially helpful. One other note is that You can set reminders to your notes, and if you have any reminders active, then they'll all show up in this reminders section. So you can also organize by, say, due date or something like that if you want to do that. This is the main way to use Google Keep. There are other options and integrations you can use with it, and you can obviously customize a lot of these settings to use it however you think is most helpful. But this is just a good way to get started. Hope you enjoyed. All right, everyone, I hope you learned something new. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and see you next time.